What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman for Awesemo.com, and I am back with my NFL DFS contenders on FanDuel for Week 12 in the NFL. Now be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter, @Josh Engleman, and then let me know in the comments section who is your favorite and least favorite of my contenders for today's slate. And finally, shout out to Jock Market for being the presenting sponsor of this video. Use the promo code Awesemo when signing up to get up to $50 on your first deposit. Now, we are rounding out the bottom of my top 10 with Austin Eckler, Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel, Miles Sanders, and Dalvin Cook on the outside looking in. Who will be my favorites? My top 5 plays for today? It's time to find out. In at number 5, I'm looking at Myles Gaskin. He is 6,200, projected for almost 14 fantasy points. Miami is taking on Carolina. They're 2-point dogs, 42-point total. Miami's got the number 23 ranked offense at PFF against the number 21 ranked defense. So it's a pretty good matchup on paper for Gaskin. The price tag works. There's a little bit of a ceiling here. 5.5% chance that he goes for more than 25 fantasy points. You don't really need that. 18 to 20 is probably going to get it done. 19% chance for Gaskin to be in the optimal lineup. I just like that price tag, and I love this matchup. That gets Gaskin to 5, and technically, he's tied for 4th, and he's probably only like a 10th or maybe 0.2 of a point away from just being 2nd. In at number 4 is Kyle Pitts. He is 6,600, projected for 12 fantasy points. Atlanta in a great spot. They're 2-point favorites, 45.5-point game total against Jacksonville. Now, the Falcons have the number 12 offense at PFF, and they're going up against the number 30 defense. You're not going to find many matchups better than this. It's not a ceiling game for Pitts. It's a little bit more value-like. He's got about a 2% chance to go for more than 25, but a 19% chance to be in the optimal lineup. Don't forget, this is a 10-game slate. The amount of tight ends are slightly limited in comparison to what we normally see. You're able to funnel it a little bit more, and Pitts at 6,600 just works. In at number 3, we've got $7,600 Chris Godwin, projected for 15.5 fantasy points. Tampa Bay is taking on Indy. They're 3-point favorites, 53-point total, which is the key piece here. This is the number 1 offense at PFF, but not the easiest matchup in the world. Number 9 ranked defense. Now, there is a real ceiling for Godwin. 10% chance to go for more than 25. 19.5% likelihood for being the optimal lineup. So you're looking for maybe something in that 21-22 range where you're like, okay, Chris Godwin is a good guy to have in everything that I own. Now, obviously, you don't want Chris Godwin in 100% of your lineups if you're playing a lot of them. But in terms of good plays for this week, he's probably going to have a bit of ownership, as he should, but he looks like a fantastic option right now, and that's why he slots in at number 3. Technically speaking, he is tied for that spot with number 2, Keenan Allen, 7K, projected for almost 15 fantasy points. The Chargers are taking on Denver. They're 2.5-point favorites, 47.5-point total. This is a number 13 offense, so about average, against the number 22 defense, a little bit below average. There's still a ceiling for Keenan Allen. 6.5% of the time he's going to score 25 fantasy points. Almost 20% of the time, he's going to be in the optimal lineup. You round that up to 20, tied with Chris Godwin. So these guys are both knotted up at the number 2 spot. Neither one of them is my number 1 guy. Neither one of them is the number 1 wide receiver on this slate. Now, before we get to that number 1 contender, one last reminder, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter @Josh Engleman. Let me know in the comments who your favorite and least favorite contenders are. And make sure you're going to Jock Market. Use that promo code Awesemo. Get up to $50 on your first deposit. The number 1 contender for Sunday's slate is $6,500 Brandin Cooks. He's projected for 13.5 fantasy points. Houston, 2.5-point favorites, 44.5-point total against the Jets. By the way, don't watch this game. This is the number 32 offense at PFF against the number 29 defense. Something's got to break there, you would think. He can actually go for more than 25 fantasy points 3% of the time. Not going to be necessary at 6,500. 21, make it round that up. 22% of the time, Brandin Cooks is in the optimal lineup. As of right now, it is Friday at 12:24 p.m. Eastern Time. Brandin Cooks is my number 1 contender on FanDuel, and spoiler alert, he's number 1 on DraftKings as well. Alrighty, folks, that will do it. Those are my NFL DFS contenders for Week 12 on FanDuel. Now, there's a DraftKings version of this video around here somewhere. Make sure you check it out. Good luck this weekend. Win some money. Make sure you're tuning in 9 a.m. Eastern Time on Sunday. Myself and Adam Scher breaking everything down on the NFL First Look Show. Enjoy.